Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the bounty event. And, you know, the fastest team, saw it here first. Yeah, saw it here first. I didn't come up with it, but I was probably the first person to show this strat as far as using Tesla or Queen Beatrix or Red Macaco with 3 bounty troops and the bounty captain. If you look at the dates and everything, I'm pretty sure I showed it first, so get it from the source. But yeah, I forgot to do a thumbnail. I'll do that after. I'm thinking this is going to be a short stream. I'm just guessing, but I'll add that thumbnail after. Let me get everything set up here. Oh yeah, and I want to explain diminishing returns in this game again, so that might take a minute. And you know, keep an open mind. Don't get frustrated with what I'm gonna say. You know, you can always do better in the future. Just because you did something in the past doesn't mean you can learn and get better and do better. So, nothing to get mad or frustrated about. It's just like anything else. You already did something, just don't do it again. Touch the hot stove, you don't do it again, etc. So, probably going to be a little ranty. I was looking at the forum, that's probably why. And I might read you my message on the forum, or I might just explain it myself. I don't know. But bounty first. I'll do chapters. You can skip all this crap if you don't like the beginning stuff. Yeah, let me jump over to the chat here. Kind of frustrated and depressed right now about the channel, but it is what it is. We're okay. We're doing fine. It's kind of going okay. We're doggy paddling out in the ocean. Our arms are strong. We can doggy paddle. Just wondering if we're ever gonna like get any traction and go anywhere, or we are just gonna doggy paddle forever in the middle of the ocean. I don't know. It feels like the latter. Until I finally give up. My arms finally give out. And then everybody, you know, there's a lot of people that would be happy. Yeah, how would you know what I mean? Like, imagine you're doing something that you enjoy, and lots of people enjoy too, but then there's a little, like, there's probably like a 25% of people that would love to see you stop or quit or fail. And that's how I live my everyday on this game and on this channel. There's like 25% of the community that would love to see it end and love to see me fail. And that kind of keeps me going, honestly. I don't want to give it to them. It's just the channel, bro. It's all. I'm not going to talk too much about it. But I will talk about diminishing returns in Gems of War because I want you guys to get better and do better. So if I'm ever not here, at least you learned something. And all this will be on the internet forever if you ever need me. We will be doing that apple juice stream. I put a community tab post up, and I need y'all to put in the community tab what you think what kind of apple juice I should drink. Kind of looking for a kind of girly drink, you know what I mean? Like, what did I have last time? It was like a strawberryta or something. Stupid. Like, I just picked whatever Mrs. Senny enjoys every once in a while. And, you know, if you have something better than that, because I don't like strawberry for real. And it can't be something too fizzy because it screws up my stomach, but I don't want it to be, like, too weak either. So it has to be somewhere, like, a good little middle ground there where it's strong enough, but not gross, but not too fizzy. So if you have anything, put it on the community tab, and I'll look into it for next weekend. So not this weekend, but next weekend is the apple juice stream. That's the coolest thing we've come up with this year. And unfortunately, we're halfway through June, and I've come up with one good idea this whole year. So, let's get into the bounty. Let me put a chapter in. Hey, pizza time. Good to see ya. Mark is here. Just looking for some ideas for the channel. Like, the new account playthrough kind of ain't hitting the way I was hoping it would hit. And, it's reminding me of Elden Ring. Like, we did Elden Ring every Sunday. Like, what's the difference between Elden Ring and the new account playthrough? Like, I figured I would switch to the new account playthrough. We would get a little bit more traction at least. But Elden Ring, if you look at... I might as well still be playing Elden Ring. But, in saying that, you know, the same thing with Elden Ring. I wanted to get it done. I wanted it on the channel. I do want a new account playthrough done. I do want a new account playthrough on the channel, so I will keep pushing until it's done. But we need something after that. Like, once that's over and done, the new account playthrough's done, and we're finished with it, and it's on the channel forever for everybody to always see if they need it. just like Elden Ring, Blind, Sorcerer. You know, I just like, for the Elden Ring thing, I just like From Software games, and I have every one of them beat on the channel, so I had to do that. And as far as the new account playthrough goes, I feel like if YouTube channels, creators, like people giving advice, don't do a new account playthrough, like that's a disservice to the community. If no one ever does it, like I'm trying to take that bullet. I'm doing that for the community. I'm doing a new account playthrough. No one else is doing this. And it just doesn't seem like anybody really cares, except for you guys, of course. I'm not talking about, like, you guys. You guys always care, so I'm never... But just like in the grand scheme of things, not getting my flowers, but it is what it is. You know, who showed everybody the bounty strat here? Probably, I'm never going to get my flowers for that either. You can go to other channels now. I bet you they're doing it, and no one... They're not saying, oh, I got this from Sinnycool. They never would say that. 0% chance. And people still watch them. They don't care. They don't care what type of person they're watching. It doesn't matter to them. As long as they get the information they want and need. They don't care who they're watching. They don't care if they shout out the person they got stuff from. They never do. So, anyway. Gonna buy up to tier 5 because that means you can just go. You don't have to worry about anything. I know not everybody can do this. Tier 4 is also doable. But as far as bounty goes, let me put a chapter in so people can skip all that whining and complaining. Hold on. Go to the description. Erase it. Put in intro. Came up with the whole format that's successful now on other channels as far as pre-recording every day. And nobody gives me my flowers except for like the sinners, of course, but anyway. You never get your flowers until you're gone, huh? Bounty. 7:30. Alright. Hey, thank you, Wormskull. $5 for the Apple Juice Fund. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's the best thing we've done this whole year. Even some of those Elden Ring videos are hitting, like... None of the new account playthrough videos are hitting. Like, I have a Fire Giant Cheese video that has, like, 3,000 to 4,000 views, which is more than somebody would even get for doing a good Gems of War video these days. Like, these days, a good Gems of War video is, like, 2,000 or 3,000, maybe. I did a Elden Ring video that's way over 3,000 views. So, I don't know. I just need some ideas of stuff like that, I guess. Alright, we're going to tier 5 because we're not messing around, but you can do tier 4 on bounty. And I'll kind of explain how it's done. There's no, like, firm science to it. There might be. If you can figure it out, let me know. But I'm done messing around with freaking bounty. And so I'm going to tier 5. I'm using Tesla. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. But, okay, so if you do tier 4, here's what you got to do. You have to use... the bounty captain first of all, so get rid of this other bounty captain. Go type in NTY. That'll bring up all your bounty troops. First herd here as well, NTY. Go find your new guy. Forget the name of it. It's that little cuddly looking dude. Where's he at? There he is. Now fully ascend it. Because that's part of getting all your points. We got to orbit once, I think. Okay, now let's just get it fully upgraded. The Yeti Cub. Boom. And doing tier 5, you can get it done. I can't remember if it's today or tomorrow. It's definitely by tomorrow. You can get the whole thing done. Tier 4 is slightly different. You got to be more careful. You can do the Tesla thing, the Queen Beatrix thing, the Red Macaco thing, whatever you call it. You can do that all the way through today, and then most of the way through Saturday. You definitely can't do it on Sunday, but there's some point during Saturday where you got to stop and do 4 bounty troops. I never really figured out exactly the time of when you're supposed to do that. But okay. So here's the strat. You got Ogress, who is a bounty troop. Not the captain, but just really good. A good mana generator, a good tank. We got Tesla, who's going to do the damage and get it done quickly, because if you use 4 bounty troops, it's super slow. You're just killing one thing at a time, and once it gets up past, like, the 15th level, it's going to be really slow. You're going to be casting, like, 10 spells just to get the battle done. With Tesla, you're going to cast at least, like, half of that. You go twice as fast, pretty much, with Tesla. Or Queen Beatrix, or Red Macaco. I think Tesla's the best way to go. Queen Beatrix uses some of the same color. Like, I'm using Corpse Mare and Ogress, and that's green and blue. Queen Beatrix is green and blue. At least Tesla uses red. Ogress uses green and brown. Tesla uses blue and red. Like, I think Tesla's the best way to go. Maybe Red Macaco, but I don't have that because I'm free to play. Corpse Mare, I like to round out my team just in case I got to finish something off, but you could put whatever you want here, just any other bounty troop. Some people put another mana generator. Some people put another damage dealer. I just like the Corpse Mare. I don't know. It just looks cool, and it... I don't know. I like it. And then Yeti Cub, you have to have. You have to have. So I feel like you have to have Ogress, you have to have Tesla, Queen Beatrix, Red Macaco, and you have to have Yeti Cub. This slot, you can put whatever you want. Just make sure it's not blocking anything with its mana colors, or make sure it's helping the team. Whatever you come up with this slot is fine. But as long as it's a bounty troop, fully ascended, fully. Gives us bonus blue from blue gym matches, blah, blah, blah. So this is the team I'm going to use, and I'm going to be done with the entire bounty by tomorrow. Super fast, too. Like, twice as fast if you use 4 bounty troops. So let's get going, I guess. Anything not get explained? We're using the bounty captain. It's fully'd. We're using 2 other bounty troops, so 3 in total. We're using a damage dealer. Tesla, Red Macaco, Queen Beatrix. Even Black Manacles, if you're super low level, could be used. Double check. Yeah, you're done? You're okay, let's go. So usually the bounty captain's just a dingleberry hanging off the end of the team, and it's mostly Ogress, Tesla, Corpse Mare, or whatever you use. Some people do, like, Excavator. Let me say hi to everyone. We got Mark, we got Pizza Time, we got Self-Sufficient. Self-Sufficient, Noonday Shadow, The Professor, Chabba-2 But yeah, I'm going to explain it diminishing returns here after we go do some of this bounty. Because it'll help you so much. You can't over-hour Gems of War. At a certain point every day, you get something called diminishing returns. And that's how this game is. So when somebody says they have 10,000 hours in this game, it does not impress me one iota. That kind of makes me feel like, oh, sorry. You know, like, I'm sorry. Why? I wish you would have done something else. I'm sorry. That's kind of how I feel when somebody says they have 10,000 hours in this game. I feel more like, oh, so sorry. Sorry for your loss. Because that's not how you play this game. This is not that type of game. You can't beat this game. You can't get all achievements. You just, once you accept that, it's so much better. You'll feel so much better. Once you figure out diminishing returns, you'll feel so much better. You'll feel so much smarter. You just can't. You can't just keep playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. It's not how this game works. I mean, you can. You technically can. But it's not smart. There's a couple areas where you could, I guess. You have to be very specific, though, if you're going to over-hour this game. You got to go to a very specific place. Like Mark, for example, does PvP. Maybe that's smart. You know, he might win the leaderboard. He might get more gold marks. Gold marks lead to books. Books are super hard to get, so that's not horrible. If I was going to keep going and going and going and going on this game after I got everything done each day, I might do PvP. If you're not winning a leaderboard, you're kind of wasting time after a certain point every day. Ooh, Ruben! So you changed your name? So we had Wormskull running out there. What are we doing today, man? What are we doing? What are we going to do out there? I can get a green here. What are we doing out there, Wormskull? Professor runs out to help, though, and Chad is there as well. We got 3 of y'all. Got the 3 Stooges, the 3 Amigos, the 3 Musketeers. I like to say you're the Musketeers, because the 3 Stooges sounds like I'm, you know, saying you're a stooge or something. Do you know, you ever seen wrestling with Vince McMahon? He's got his Gerald and Pat. Maybe you guys are that. I'm Vince McMahon walking down like I got a big Hemi. And then I got Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson. One of y'all is Shane McMahon. Chad with the 2 with the gift. It went to Joe Coke. Definitely heard of that person. Always love when it goes to a person I've heard of. Or you could get Mr. Beast, Joe Rogan. If you gift a membership, maybe Joe Rogan can watch our top 20 underrated troops video. He'll become a member, and then he can watch our top 20 underrated troops video. That's for members only. So if you gift a membership, Joe Rogan might be able to watch that video. You never know. So the main goal here is just to get up Tesla and cast it. So anything else you do is kind of hopefully leading towards that. So I've been kind of taking moves I shouldn't take. Wormskull says I'm a stooge. So you guys are out there poking each other in the eyes. You're putting up the hand so you can block the poke in the eyes. You're hitting your hand. You're hitting your fist with your other fist. It's doing a windmill, and then you're booping them on the head. You know what I mean? You know, stooges out there doing stooge stuff. Poking each other, kicking each other in the nuts. I forgot about that. That show is so old, like... Even when I was seeing it, it's like black and white. From what year is that from? Like the 50s, or... It's nuts. So who's the bald guy? Like, Larry, Curly, and Mo, is that their names? Larry, Curly, and Mo. And didn't they have, like, a dude, like, one of them was, like, the mom on the Fresh Prince? You know what I mean? Didn't one of them, like, get replaced with another dude? Eventually, like, the Three Stooges, kind of like the mom on Fresh Prince. They just act like it didn't happen. You guys remember when they did that on Fresh Prince? They had, like, the one lady, and then the next year they just replaced her with another lady, and like nothing. Don't you love when they do that on a sitcom? They replace somebody with a different actor, and they just act like it didn't happen. You're supposed to just like not question it. How come that guy looks completely different now? How come that lady looks completely different? What was the other one? It was wasn't it like Married with Children, Kelly? Or something like that? Am I stinking thinking? Gotta put on my guard medals. Wasn't it Kelly? Who was it? Wasn't it Kelly? Luckily they got a pretty good looking chick for the second one. But you always gotta have the original Kelly Bundy. Can't have that. Or no. It was like Roseanne or something, wasn't it? I don't know. You guys let me know. Maybe it wasn't Married with Children. I think it was Roseanne. Remember when they did... You remember that show, Roseanne? And they had the blonde-haired daughter. Like the oldest. And then all of a sudden it was like a completely different chick. Well, like the mom on Fresh Prince. I think the Three Stooges did that too. That's what I'm getting. Like, 3 people donated. They're out there being the Stooges, so this all makes sense. I'm not just ranting and rambling. Even though sometimes it sounds like it if you just come into the middle of a rant. He's just talking about Fresh Prince mom. Maybe it was Blossom. You might be right. I swear, I think Roseanne. I think it's Roseanne, now that I think about it, because it was the... You know what's crazy on that show? The one dude went on to do the what's that show? Big Bang Theory. He started on Roseanne. He ended up on Johnny Galecki or whatever his name is. That's pretty crazy. Frank is here. Good to see you, man. Always love to hear when people are lurking. I just know you're there. It makes me feel good, like you're blanking in your bed. Maybe you don't have it. Maybe you can't hold it and see it, but you just know it's there. You know your blankie's there in your bed. I just want to know that you guys are here. Makes me feel better. Big Bang Theory was good. Pizza says, got all dragons now, just need 3,300 Dragonite for Stellarix. Ruben says, morning. Professor says, wait, I missed the complaining? Dang. Yeah, you have to go back. Go back to the intro chapter, maybe. It's mostly YouTube complaining. Not, I don't know. Woe is me type of stuff. New account playthrough complaining. It's just they're too long. I know. They're too long. The number 2 is a chatathon. That was so stupid. It was just time to do it. I don't know. Like, if we did, we had to do the chatathon. We just had to. And I thought it would be neat to do the new account playthrough for the chatathon, so we could like, get a big jump start on it. And the chatathon was fine, but having the second part of the new account playthrough be an 8-hour video was bonehead. I'm a bonehead. The stuff these days, man, if it's not less than 10 minutes, you're screwed. People don't have attention span. But then they'll play Gems of War for 10,000 hours. Like, I don't understand. Like, who am I? Who's my demographic? I don't know. They won't watch a freaking video that's more than 10 minutes long, but they'll sit here and play this game for 10,000 hours and have diminishing returns. It don't sound smart. Like the casual viewer that's not viewing. They're busy playing this for 10,000 hours. I don't know. I have no idea. Mark says, don't let other people bring you down, bro. I'm bringing myself down, for real. Wormskull says, I watched the pants off the new playthrough. It's been helpful. I know. I feel like it is. Like, I know it's a good thing to do, and it's like... doing something you know you should do, but not getting anything for it. I guess. It's whatever that is. Like giving food to the needy or something. I'm doing a charitable act. Professor says I did 5 and I'm over halfway through stage 20 rewards. Pizza Time says bounty may be second best thing in the game. Wormskull says I'm definitely a stooge. They're tight. Whoop, 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 whoop. Wise guy. Them's the names. Chad is the leader of the Stooges. Yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna say it, Ruben, because you know, that was what. Well, yeah. Anyway, I should probably totally avoid that topic. Hello, Mrs. Insane Witch. Good to see ya. Married with children. You are that, Pizza Time? You're married with children, Kelly? I feel like I'm Al Bundy, like literally, in real life. I'm Al. Everything about him is me. Like, name a trait that Al Bundy has, and I'll tell you that I have it too. Like, everything they do in that show. That's my line. Like, got bad luck? Check. You know, you got a underpaying job? Check. You know, you got a redheaded woman? Check. Etc. You got a bunch of kids? Check. Of course they're doing barrier, just to make me look type of way. For doing barrier, jerk. There we go. Big Bang Theory was good. RC Duce! Nah, Dez, that's part of the reason I'm probably frustrated, honestly, deep down, is like, I don't know if I'm gonna get that house. It's like so much more money than we thought. So we're trying to figure out how we can scrape it together. And it just ain't happening so far. You know, usually people have a little bit of help from other people in their family, but I have none. I have 0. I have so many kids. I moved out when I was 18. And for some reason, my family just... You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, my mom should be thankful, bro. I moved out when I was 18 and never asked her for anything after that. She living her lavish lifestyle. Well, I'm basically in the hood. I'm just, that's gonna be my lesson for my life. Like, I'm gonna make sure my children, like, I don't even want to tell y'all everything, but I'm doing much better with my oldest. I'm not gonna forget about them. Well, my kids, just because your kid's an adult doesn't mean like they get zero help from then on out forever. I want to make sure my kids are good until I die. My kids need something, they got it till I'm dead. Not just when they move out. That doesn't mean yeah, that's not the end. I'll make sure if they need something, they ask me for something, as long as I can do it, until I'm dead. Not until they move out. But yeah, that's probably why I got a little hair in my butt. Probably the house. I think I'm stuck in the hood. Probably the only streamer from the hood. But it wasn't when I moved here, so I can't claim that I'm from the hood, because I mean I'm in it now, but it wasn't that when I moved here, so what is that? I can't really say. Mrs. Insane Witch says when I can't watch the whole video, I watch it little by little when I can. That's smart. That's what I do. That's smart. It is kind of hard sometimes, but it's doable. Just remember what time you're on. Oh, I watched 15 minutes of it, I'll start on 15 minutes. Oh, I watched 30 minutes of it, I'll start on 30 minutes. Oh, I watched an hour and a half of it, I'll start on an hour and a half. I do that. I watch Dungeons and Dragons streams all the time, and they're like 2 hours long, an hour and a half long, and I have to always watch it in chunks. I'm never sitting there and watching it for the whole thing, fully focused on it for an hour and a half straight. I have to rewatch some parts sometimes. Takes me like 4 tries. But I still do it because I want to support them, and I want, to watch, make sure they know to keep going. Hit that like. Make sure they know. Like, hey, keep doing this. I wanna see more. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I'm gonna hit a like. I'm gonna put in extra effort. I'm not gonna just move on to the next freaking 8-minute video that lies to me. Ruben says, I live vicariously through Al Bundy. My high school highlights are still my biggest accomplishments. Dude, I know, I feel you. That's the other thing. I was on the high school baseball team. Like, he was on the high school football team. I still talk about it. He still talks about it. Yeah, high school was probably the best. From 17 to like 22, I had like the most fun in my entire life, and it hasn't been as fun since. One of these days, though, I'll be in Hawaii on a surfboard with Livewire. I feel like I'm like paying for my sins right now, you know what I mean? This is the time of my life where I have to pay for all my sins back. Like, I had too much fun back in the day. But one of these days they're gonna be paid, and cause I'm a good boy now. I've been a good boy for 10 years now, at least. When is my sentence over? How long are you gonna keep me in prison, and when can I get out, please? When am I absolved? How long? It's been too long. It's like they locked me away and forgot about me. It's in the back corner of the jail, and I should have been released like 3 years ago. I'm a good boy. I might say naughty things, but I don't do naughty things. Des says, I respect that you're doing your best with what you have. I'm the same way with my kids. For sure, dude. I'm never gonna, like, I've learned 2 lessons about that. Like, my birth father never did 0 things for me ever. He wasn't even around, you know what I mean? I didn't have anything until I was like 8 or 9. Then my stepdad came around. So I was just raised by a single mom until I was like 8 or 9. And then my stepdad came around. He was a cool guy and everything. He's super nice. But it's not the same. He's not going to, like, jump in front of a car for me or something. He'll help me move. He'll help me, like, carry stuff. Well, I don't talk to him very much. He's cool. He's really cool. I consider him my dad and everything. But he ain't checking up on me ever. I know I'm a grown ace main, but this is over, like, many, many years since I was 18, not just right now. They kind of just live their own lavish life and forget about me. I have to beg them to take their granddaughter. That's something they should do anyway. It's not like a favor to me. I don't care, like, take her or don't take her. I don't care. She don't bother me. I'll have her. I take her everywhere I go. I take her everywhere I go. I'm not leaving the house to get away from anybody. I'm taking them with me. I have to beg them to let her spend the night and visit. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks. I have to say, like, hey, she wants to come over. She's asking me. It's not because I want to have a date night. It's not because I need a break. It's because she wants to see you and she wants to come to your house. That's why. Maybe you should, like, want to see your grandchild. Maybe. You know, maybe you should ask me one time. That's never freaking happened. You never said, hey, maybe I could come pick up the 8-year-old. That's my grandchild. Maybe I can do that. Hey, I'm going to stop by and pick up the 8-year-old grandchild. Nope. I have to say, she wants to come over. She wants to come over. She wants to come over. Week goes by. She wants to come over. Week goes by. Oh, we're going on vacation. All right, well, when you get back, how about she can come over? They get back. She wants to come over. Week later, she wants to come over. Week later, she wants to come out. Finally, after I asked, like, 20 times, and they go on 2 vacations in between. They never did anything bad, but it's not like they're, like, they're good people. It's just like, they ain't worried about me. That's all I know. And I'm the opposite, dude. I keep my kids close. Bang! Alright. Morgan Camo Cat, you will? Yeah, let's do it. Alright, Mark, appreciate you. Yeah, hit the like button, says Dez. I'm gonna shine. That's why I'm Sinnycool, yep. Morgan says, so it wasn't the hood when you moved in, but became the hood after you moved in. Armstall says, complete the experience with the Karen neighbor that yells at you like a chicken. There's definitely that around here, for sure. I kind of avoid it. I know how to move. Mark says, you and I have a lot in common with the stepdad situation, life thing, bro. Well, dude, there's a lot of y'all we have the same. I think that's why some of y'all stick around, because you kind of relate to me. Like, me and Tim are similar. We still talk on Discord a little bit. Like, he's still around in the background here sometimes. He just doesn't want to chat. A lot of y'all are like me, in a way. Des says, that's crap. They should help with your kids. Sorry for swearing. You said crap. Yeah, I know. I don't even say anything about it. You guys don't hear me ranting and raving about that. I just figure it is what it is. It's just another thing. There's many things I don't tell y'all. You think if I'm ranting about something, you know, there's 3, 4 other things I could as well. I usually just take my frustration out on common things like the mechanic or the dentist or the game, or so y'all can relate to it. So everybody goes to the grocery store, everybody drives a car. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Alright, I'm already on 20. That was pretty quick, right? And I was blabbering and ranting. So that's what I would recommend. If you don't have Tesla, Queen Beatrix is available in the Underworld. It should be pretty easy to get. If you don't have that, Red Macaco, which was a pay weapon like a freaking year ago at this point, or 9 months ago, something like that. So I don't know if you would have that. If you don't have that, you could just do Black Manacles with your hero, get some hero experience. And that would be okay. It's not going to do the same thing Tesla's going to do, but it hits all enemies. It could devour. It's probably the worst choice, but I still think it's better than 4 bounty troops. There's a lot. I think anything's better than 4 bounty troops, unless you're trying to save the most gems. If you're trying to save the most gems, then you could do 4 bounty troops the entire time. Just make sure to use the bounty captain, make sure they're all fully ascended, fully traded, all that good stuff. And, you know, you can maybe do tier 3, wherever it is that you get the new guy. Maybe even tier 2, just, I don't think you can get the whole thing done with tier 2, but tier 3. But yeah, if you have tons of gems and you just want to get it done as quick as possible, tier 5. If you have like kind of decent amount of gems and you're trying to save a little bit, tier 4, but you got to switch off of Tesla on like Saturday at some point. Tier 3 would be, I'm going to use all bounty troops. I'm going to go super slow, but I'm going to save the most gems I can. And I don't think you can get it done for tier 1 or tier 2. You're not going to get all rewards, so the rewards are pretty good. You know, orbs, 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 vault keys, gems, diamonds, orbs, orbs, orbs. Lots of orbs. Dita magic, I'm going after those. Dipped under 20k gems. Alright, let me catch up in the chat, then I'll go over my diminishing returns thing, which hey, think like this. Think like this. You can always do better going forward. Who cares what you've done before? Don't get mad because you played the game for 10 hours a day every day. Like, it is what it is. We just work smarter, not harder. We do better from now on. You know, who cares what you did in the past? No one knows. I don't know, like a specific person's playing the game 10 hours a day every day. I don't know. So I'm not like calling you out. Nobody knows about it, so nobody can get mad because nobody knows. So who cares? Just do better in the future. Forget about the past. Des says I relate. Self-sufficient. Or Ruben says I see my dad 3 times in my life and they all sucked ass. Now that I'm 46, he wants to reunite. I'm like, F off. I survived this world without you. My 3 kids are all in college and doing great. Yeah, that's what they want to do, man. Like when they start to get that, they're about to like, you know, probably about to die or something. You know what I mean? Like they're getting older. They're starting to think about things. And then they want to like, then they want to come back, right? Of course. They're trying to like make themselves feel better for real. Like they don't care. You already made it that far. What are they going to do now? Like it's just like, I mean, it's all you can do, I guess, as the father, but like, it's pretty much too late at that point. Morgan says, your children are immortality for you in a way. This should always come first. I feel the same way, Morgan. Like, you know, you're passing your genes down to a person that's still going to be here when you're gone, and then they pass their genes down to a person that's still going to be here when they're gone, and then they pass their genes down. Even if you don't believe in reincarnation or whatever, which I don't know. Who knows? Like, even at whatever. You're still, like, passing your genes down to another person that's passing their genes down to another person. You're still here in a type of way. So, whether you're consciously here or not, you're still here in a type of way. You know, your body goes into the earth, your genes are still here with another person that you created, and then they create another person, their body goes in the earth. Like, it's something about that. Nobody knows, but there's something with that. Wormskull says, with my grandson, if I knew they were this much fun, I would have had them at first. Yeah, grandchildren are going to be fun one day. Noonday says, is anybody else having issues with their guild falling apart? About half our guild stopped playing since the beginning of the year. About half my guild has stopped playing. Time to switch guilds, says Mark. Noonday says, the only reason I stay is because I'm not playing as much either. Just kind of fell apart fast. Yeah, maybe just, you know, join another guild. I know that sucks, but... like, don't go down with the ship, man. Don't be the only one left in at that guild. But yeah, I want to go over diminishing returns real quick. Let me put a chapter in. It's one of those games. This is how this game works. It's built around diminishing returns, kind of. You can pay more to do more if you want to, but let's not do that. Don't fall into their trap. They're tricking you. So anyway, every day you're going to do XP booster, right? Get that done just because. It tells you things. It's cool because it like gives you a reason to do certain things that you should do anyway. Complete a dungeon run. Well, we were going to do that anyway. Collect 3 tributes. Well, you should do that anyway. This is just going to happen anyway. So, XP booster, it's not like, oh, it's amazing and I love getting extra experience for 15 minutes. And it's that, but it's also, they're telling you to do things you should do anyway. So it gives you another reason to do these things. Like collect 3 tributes. Maybe you only collect 2. Now it gives you a reason to collect 3 like you should. You should be collecting them every hour if possible. Because of the gem thing. You get more gems if you collect it every hour. Nobody knows, they don't tell you these things. And I feel like I say it too much, so I don't say it every day. But did you know that with tributes? Most of you do. But there's a person out there who doesn't. When you collect your tribute, you get gems based on how many kingdoms gave you tribute. So if 20 kingdoms give you tribute, you get 20 gems. And I'm just making it simple. It's more like 19 or 21. It's like off by 1. But it's pretty simple. If 20 kingdoms give you tribute that hour, you get 20 gems. The next hour, they're going to see, okay, how many kingdoms gave you tribute this hour? And then they'll give you more, another 20 gems if it was 20 kingdoms. It might be 20, it might be 25, it might be 15, it might be 30. It depends on your kingdom level and power and all that. You know, you get more tribute chance, blah, blah, blah. So that depends on your kingdom power, if they give you tribute or not. And most of the time, like for me, I'm getting something between like 20 and 30 tributes an hour. So every hour you have to collect that. If you don't collect it, if right now, let's say it's 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., and I get a tribute, and I get 25. 25 kingdoms give me tribute at 10 a.m. Well, those 25 gems are going to sit there until you collect them. And you won't get 11, you won't get 12, you won't get 1, you won't get 2, you won't get 3, you won't get 4, you won't get 5. You won't get any of that until you collect 10 a.m. And then you get none of that. They'll just skip to 6. And then you'll get your tribute for 6 p.m. So what you have to do is 10 a.m. you get a tribute, you have to collect it. And then 11 a.m. you'll get a tribute, you have to collect it. 12 you get a tribute, you have to collect it. 1 you get a tribute, you have to collect it. Or else it's going to still be there and you're going to miss tributes. And of course nobody's on the game 24 hours a day, so nobody's getting 24 tributes a day. But the more you get, the more you collect it, the more gems you'll get. For some reason, gold isn't the same. Gold just stacks up. Gold will stack and stack and stack, and that's why it's confusing. Because you're like, oh, I took 4 days off. I collected my tribute. I got like 10 million gold. I guess gems work the same way. How come I only got 20 gems, though? Because that's only one instance of your tribute. You have to collect it to get the next one. Gems don't work the same. Gems are different than gold and souls and glory. I'm pretty sure. Because it's based on how many tributes you got that hour, and it doesn't matter. You have to collect it for it to pop the next hour. Then you have to collect that for it to pop the next hour. So you could potentially get 24 tributes a day times 20 or 30. You could potentially get like 500 gems a day or something. If you took every tribute every hour, you could get 500 gems a day. Just try it. Just try it. Like, don't take your tribute. Take your tribute at 10 a.m., okay? And then don't take any more until 10 p.m. And then take your tribute at 10 p.m. I guarantee you're going to get like 20 gems. But if you took your tribute at 10 a.m. and then 11 and then 12 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4, you're going to get 20 every single time. So you're getting way, way more. That's how this works with tribute. I don't know why I went off on a tangent about tribute, but part of doing your XP booster, it's telling you to do things you should do anyway. That's where I started. Okay, adventure board, you do this. You get this done. You kill the 100 troops up there. You do your dungeon. You get this done. Right? Bear the heat. You got to do this every day. You get this done. You know, maybe you buy once in the shop to make sure you get everything. If you need everything. Go to invasion. Do some of this. Do a certain amount of this every day. You know, your campaign should be done by now, so that's not a thing, but, you know, get that done. You know, PvP, you go there, you do PvP. You do your Citadel Wars. You know, here's one, Mystic. And this is another thing, just like the XP booster, they are helping you do a thing you should do anyway. Like, all this stuff is not even really extra. It's just them leading you down the path you should go down. Like, you should do a certain amount of PvP every day. And they're, like, kind of nudging you that way. By doing Citadel Wars and the swords and the alliances and all that. They're kind of just nudging you that way. So, I'm either going to pick Mystic. Do this, 5 fights. Or, Undead, do this, 5 fights. And then I'm done with that. But, you also want to look and find your golden marks. You want to get those done. So that's 5 fights. Get your gold marks if you're in the winning alliance. If you're not in the winning alliance, you're going to have to go get silver marks, I guess. Or just get VP. You know, so I'd get those, so I would get those too. I'd go here to Strix, I would get those. Okay, now I'm done with PvP for the day. As long as I have at least 800 VP, I'm probably done for the day with PvP. Everything after that is diminishing returns, unless you're going for the leaderboard. You know, we're just going for these goals by the end of the week. For me. You know, get as much gold marks as you can. Do your Citadel Wars, get your gold marks at the diamonds, and then get your goals done. Like, after that, if you're not going for the leaderboard, diminishing returns. This is me as an in-game player, too. Like, some people are going to be doing the Underworld a few times a day and stuff like that. Like, there's other things you might have to do if you're a lower-level player. But for me, this is what I do every day. Okay? You know, I might go to the games menu and do Underspire. So, we get 7 torches a day. Every single person should at least do their free torches. I'm going to buy 2 a day because I'm trying to get it all the way done. But there's only so much I can do. 17 torches. This is a prime example of diminishing returns, too. Like, I can only do 17 torches, and then it's over with. I can't do any more today. Unless I go spend more money. Once they're asking you for more money, it's diminishing returns, pretty much. Which gems are considered money, too, in my opinion. So, you know, at a certain point. Like, 50 gems isn't too bad. 100 gems, you know, we want to get the whole thing done. But 150... that's starting to be diminishing returns and costing too much. And we don't need that many torches. We're going to get the... who cares, you know? But that's a big example of diminishing returns. If you buy every single torch offer and you're spending money, and keep going. I have 4 different sentinels. If you're spending money buying torches and you don't have at least 4 different sentinels, I consider that diminishing returns. Because a free-to-play guy who doesn't do every single room, ever... has 4 different sentinels. All I need is Demonic Sentinel and Elemental Sentinel. That's it. So you're not going to over-hour it. You're not going to over-buy it. You're not going to get all 6 sentinels through diminishing returns. They're not going to let you do that. What else? So... I'll do Underspire. And today's Friday, so I'd do Bounty, too. I'd do Bounty, a certain amount of Bounty. You know, make sure, break it over 3 days. And yeah, after that, it's diminishing returns. That's what I was getting to. After that, diminishing returns. So that's like 2 hours a day. If you're playing 10 hours a day, you're having 8 hours of diminishing returns. What are you doing? What are you doing after that? Let me know. What are you doing? Explore 12? For why? For what? What are we doing? PvP, you better be winning the leaderboard. You better be winning the leaderboard or it's diminishing returns. What are we doing after that? After those things I said. What are we doing? You know, the only smart thing to do would be like the Underworld and getting further. Like if I went here and I did like Indrajit's Palace, because I need to get it done. But once I do 3, it starts to be diminishing returns. They're going to ask me to pay to do more turns. You know, maybe that 50's okay. They hit you with one that's like okay, but then after that it's bad. So don't keep going. Don't keep going. If I use these 3 sigils, I should probably stop when I'm done with those 3 sigils. But they give you that little 50 gem one that's like, you know, if you want to keep going, you could spend 50 gems, get 3 more, and that's like decent. So you're like, okay. You do that. You get a little bit further. Now it's like 100. They just keeps going up and up and up and up. So don't keep going. It's diminishing returns. I can get just as far as you by playing 2 hours a day that you can get by playing 10 hours a day. What does that say? That the last 8 hours isn't very valuable, is it? It's everything like just gets worse. Once you're out of sigils, you have to buy more. That's diminishing returns. You're not going to over-hour this game. You know, you're never going to get all achievements. They're just going to add more. You're never going to get everything in the game. They're just going to add more. Once you figure out, like, okay, if I play 2 hours a day, I'm getting this concentrated, really good progress in those first 2 hours. If I do everything right. If I do all the things that I need to get done in those first 2 hours. Getting all this good, concentrated progress in the first 2 hours. Everything after that is diminishing returns. You're getting way less for your time. You're wasting your time. There's nothing you can do that's going to progress the game, really. And if it is, it's very, very, very slow. You get a little bit of hero experience. You get a little bit of class experience. You'll get, like, a token or something. You know? It's horrible. After the first 2 hours, it's horrible. It's that type of game. It's a free-to-play game, you know? You play it a couple hours a day. You don't play it 10 hours a day. You're not going to get further. There's nothing, after all the things I said, nothing else you do is really going to progress your account. And the people that do that, too, like, I'm surprised at their reason. Why don't you have more stuff if you're playing 10 hours a day? Like, I'm fine. I got 20,000 gems, 20 million. I got everything I need, and I only play 2 hours a day. And I got everything I need. I only play 2 hours a day. So what's the point of playing 10 hours a day? I got everything I need. This is this is it. Pay troop. Super rare. Getting that soon. Super rare. Pay troop. That's all I'm missing. I have 4 different sentinels from not going and going and going. No, I didn't put 500 million hours into it. I just did up until diminishing returns, and I have 4 different sentinels. So you can't over-hour the Underspire. You can't overbuy the Underspire. You're not going to get 6 Sentinels for doing that. You can't over-hour Stellarix. You can't overbuy Stellarix. You just got to do the 2 hours a day. You're better off doing 2 hours a day every day than you are doing 10 hours a day every other day or something. Because there's a concentrated amount of progress in the first 2 hours of every day of Gems of War. So if you grab that every day, you're way better off. You're way better off. Like, imagine, okay, a person plays 2 hours every day, for 7 days straight, for a week. And a person, so that's 14 hours. Then there's a person who only plays, like, two of the days, but they play for, 12 hours a day or something, or whatever. Yeah, 12 hours a day. So they played 24 hours, whilst I played 14 hours. I will make way more progress than that person. Because I played for the 2 concentrated progress hours every day, and they played 12 hours a day, which the first 2 were good, but then the last 10 were horrible. Then the next time they played, the first 2 were good, but then the last 10 were horrible. So they got 24 hours in, and I only got 14 in, but I made way more progress. Because I got every single hour was a concentrated amount of progress. Whilst theirs, the first 2 were, but then the last 10 were horrible. Because that's how it works every day. After 2 hours every day, it gets worse. You can't make as much progress. So you're better off playing 2 hours every day than you are playing 12 hours, every third day. If you have any questions, let me know. There's certain things you should do every day, and it takes like 2 hours. And once all those things are done, you don't get as much progress after that. They give you, this is how much progress you can make today. Yes, you can keep playing. This isn't a game where you can't, it doesn't like stop you from playing. You can keep playing if you want to, but you're just not getting as much after that. Especially the further you get into the game. Like as a beginner on my new account, that's how they trick you too. When you're a beginner and you have a new account, you can play and play and play and play and play, and you can play for 24 hours a day and still make progress at the beginning of the game as a beginner. The further you get in the game, the longer you've been playing, the more you're getting done, the less there is to do. Eventually, as an in-game player, there's only 2 hours a day that's worth playing. When you're a mid-game player, maybe there's 3 hours a day that's worth playing. But when you're a beginner, you could play and play and play because you got quests. You know, you barely have anything. So there's so much to do as a beginner, they trick you. They're like, oh, I can play this game as long as I want every day. I'm making all kinds of progress. I got all these quests done, open all these kingdoms, got all these banners, got all these troops, got all these team slots. But after that, once you open all the kingdoms, everything's open, it's 2 hours a day. That's it. Because after that, horrible. They love it when you play for 10 hours a day. They love you wasting your time for 8 hours. That's their favorite thing. Now, of course, if I was sitting here opening vault keys, that would be fine. But I only have so many. So that's only going to last for so long. You know? Of course, I could do the underworld, like I said, but I only have 3 turns, and then it's over. And then it's diminishing returns after that, you know? Of course, you could do Explore 12, but what are you going to sit there and grind Explore 12? What are you going to get, for real? Go get your orb. Go get orbs in the Underspire. Go get orbs in the Bounty event. Go get orbs from your vault keys. You don't need to like sit there and RNG pull the freaking one-armed bandit in the Explorer 12. That's like going to the casino and playing the slot machine. You're just hoping for the right token in Explorer 12. You can literally go get them in the Underspire, in the vault keys, in the bounty. Explorer 12, you're just like, one-armed bandit, baby. Let's hope we get the token we need. It's diminishing returns, so I don't know. That's what I wanted to talk about. You can't over-hour this game. Anybody with 10,000 hours plus doesn't impress me. And I almost feel the opposite. That's like winning the Tower of Doom leaderboard. Having 10,000 hours in the game. Timestamp this rant? I think I did. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how you feel about that. I'm just trying to help, right? So if anybody feels the type of way, nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows how many hours you have in the game. Nobody knows what you're doing every day. Nobody's speaking specifically to you. We can all touch the hot stove, learn our lesson, and be smarter in the future. So just take it. You know, take the information, do with it what you will, and nobody has to know. Nobody has to know what you're doing. You can always do it better. You can always change. You can always do it right from now on. And that's all I want. I hope somebody out there learns, okay, I get it now. You will. You'll understand how this game works. The game, you learn, like, there's so many times in this game where you'll have that light bulb go off over your head. You'll be like, oh, that's how it works. I get it. There's a different kingdom every week, and there's a different event key drop table every week, and there's 4 different mythics in the Soul Forge every week, and there's a new mythic at the beginning of the month every month. And, you know, you'll figure out how it's working. Like, when you first start, there's just so much going on, you have no idea what you're doing. You get to the mid-game, you start to think you know what you're doing. But then you have these light bulb moments as you play, and eventually you're an in-game player and you know everything, and you just play 2 hours a day. And you can do something else. Go garden. Go play a different game. You don't got to play Gems of War for 12 hours a day. You're not even... I'm going to get the same as you are. Me playing 2 hours and you playing 12 hours. You know, you're going to get like 5% more than me. 1% more than me. Something like that. Of course you're going to like make a little bit more, but... all that if you played for 12 hours a day, 95% of your progress is going to happen in the first 2 hours. And then you're just, for those last 10, you're just getting like 5%. Over 10 freaking hours. It's crazy. Like, don't do that. It's bad. Let me see what y'all have been saying. Noonday Shadow with the 5 gifted. What are you? The freaking creator of the Three Stooges? What is that? The guy who plays game. Maka Felix. Chop. Roxy. U7. I know 4 out of 5 of those people. Pretty crazy. Thanks, man. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Mark Nugent with the 2. Bazooka to Bruce. I feel like the way they trick you is like as a beginner you can play and play and play and play and always make progress, and then it goes away. They take it away. They pull the carpet out from under you at some point. Right, Bruce, right. The vault event you could keep doing and doing and doing and doing. For those 3 days, there's no diminishing returns. You can keep going. And actually there is. Because if you think about pity keys are diminishing returns, but it's still so good, and you just keep going. But there is an example of diminishing returns in the vault event too. It's called pity keys. They give you 1 after 5 gnomes, but then it takes 10 gnomes. They give you 1 after 10 gnomes, but then it takes 15 gnomes. They give you 1 after 15, but then it takes 20. But yeah, you're right, Bruce. The only time there isn't diminishing returns is at the very beginning of the game and during the vault event. Noonday Shadow says, but you're overlooking one thing. If I'm super drunk and don't feel like playing something that needs focus, this game is perfect. Yeah, you ever tried playing an RPG while you're drunk? It's so frustrating. Professor says I'm running auto as I'm cleaning. I hate metal farming. That's fine. Autoplay is fine as long as you're not looking at the screen. That's a way to, get one over on the diminishing returns. You're still making progress and you're not even at the controls. I like that. Mark says, I play 12 hours a day. Uh-oh, I am one of those players. Hey, man. Like I said with you, PvP, as long as you're winning something. If it's going towards winning something, then it's fine. But if you're just like grinding Explore or grinding to grind, like, diminishing returns. Ruben says, after 2 hours of gameplay, I'm going to slap the bass. Yoke says, I love the rant. I am definitely known for ranting, for sure. It's my main thing. I'm good at this game, but anybody can be good at this game. No, my thing is ranting. I don't know, though. What are we doing now? Any questions about that? Because it's 100% true. And I'm just trying to help. I'm not calling out any single person. I'm not saying anybody's stupid. I'm not saying, like, you should stop. I'm just like, if you've been doing that, now you know. So it's up to you if you continue doing that or not. I'm just giving you the information. This is the way I've been playing this game for years and years and years and years, and I'm fine. Like, I have everything in the game. I don't need to play 12 hours a day. It just kind of like the forum did it for me. I was like, this person's been playing 10,000 hours and they're complaining about Sentinels? There has to be something for in-game players. You can't... Here, I'll read you my post. Because I probably forgot to say something. This was in response to a person that says they've been playing 10,000 hours a day. They don't have every Sentinel, so now they're going to quit. I said, just playing devil's advocate here, but there has to be at least a few things in the game that aren't for everyone. Endgame players need something to chase too. Not every single player can have every single thing. Over-houring a game that has diminishing returns every day is not the way. Playing it correctly 2 hours a day is a better move. I'm free to play with 4 different Sentinels, every troop except the other 2 and Mimic. Haven't really felt the need to try, cause why? And pay troops. 1 of each color kingdom on 20, etc. Why does everyone think everyone should have the most OP troop in the game? Or the 6th rarest? Figure out diminishing returns and you will be less frustrated at least. You will never beat this game or get all achievements because they will just add more. That was my post on the forum. In response to somebody saying, they play 10,000 hours every day, they're about to quit because they don't have every Sentinel. What the heck is an in-game player supposed to do? Like, everybody can't have every Sentinel. You know what I mean? That's the rarest thing in the game. Not every person can have all 6 of the rarest troops in the game. Not every single person can have Stellarix. It's OP. It just wrecks stuff. It makes the game trivial. Is every single person supposed to be handed Stellarix? There has to be something for endgame players to do, or the game is going to die. And it can't just be your kingdoms, because that's so boring. Kingdom level and power is so boring. It can't just be the only thing for in-game players. So they put in stuff like Stellarix, Diamantina, Sentinels, you know, 500 Pure Faction. There's got to be something at the end of the game, or else you're just going to quit when you get there. Yeah, I like autoplay, man. I think it's smart as long as you're not looking at the screen. I hate when people say, autoplay's so slow and the team's so stupid, and I just can't do it. It's because you're not supposed to sit there and stare at it, ding dong. You know? It's something to do while you're not playing. If you can play Gems of War, just play it. Don't play autoplay and stare at the freaking screen. That's stupid. Alright, complete a dungeon run. Let's do that. Let's just play the game normally. This is what I would do first. And I got traps, so now I'm not gonna play this. Now, this is different for everybody. If you're a beginner, you're just doing what you can. If you're mid-game, you just fight the fights as they appear. And if you don't have Diamantina, Stellarix, and all that, or all the mythics, the only reason I don't fight these fights, and I know I say it all the time, but you never know who's here or whatnot. I have every troop in the game. I have Stellarix. I have Diamantina. I don't need diamonds. I don't need purple jewels. I don't need shards. So I don't feel the need, because it pisses me off. Normally I would do this, but the way that they made dungeon kind of pisses me off. So I say I boycott it when I get traps, because I have so many diamonds and jewels I don't need to play it. But most people should. You should do dungeon. And I check adventure board. Well, actually, it says complete a dungeon run, so I'm stupid. Today I would do it, so I just screwed it up. So now I have to do it. So I should have went this, and then I should have fought this fight. The XP boosters telling me to do something I should do. PvP is giving you more guidance into how to get gold marks. Sometimes they don't add new stuff, they kind of add, like, rails to guide you. The XP booster's kind of like rails to guide you. The Citadel Wars is kind of like rails to guide you, kinda. It's having you do a thing you should do anyway. PvP. XP boosters telling you to do things you should do anyway. Dungeon. Adventure board. Tribute. Underworld. It's like reminding you, like, hey, you should be doing this. Here's another reason. They don't explain. This game, like, is horrible. That's why you need people to explain stuff, because the devs don't want to explain stuff. They suck. Like, the tribute thing is so, like, you just have to figure that out on your own, pretty much. You get gems every hour. If you don't take them, they're just gonna sit there, and you're never gonna get the next set. Which, I'm not saying I take tribute every hour. I'm not, but you could. You could potentially get, like, in reality, like, maybe you take 10 a day if you know that you're getting gems every hour, and then you times that by, like, 20 on average, maybe 25. You can get 250 gems a day just off a tribute. So every 2 days you can get 500. Every 4 days you can get 1,000. Every week you can get almost 2,000 gems just off a tribute, if you do it right. That's why tribute's the second best way to get gems in the game. You can get freaking 2,000 a week. That's pretty much all the gems you need per week. And then everything else would just be like cream on top, butter on top, whatever you say, frosting. Your vault keys would then be frosting if you took enough tributes. Because all you really need is, you know, you do your guild event. It's probably like 750, 500 to 750. Your under spire costs whatever it costs, like 750 to 1,000. And then your weekend event costs like 500 to 750. You know, that's almost exactly the same amount as you should be getting for tribute. You know, as an in-game, you know, late mid-game, early in-game, and up type of player. Because early game, you're not going to have your kingdom level and power up high enough to get as many tributes and stuff. But you have so much to do anyway. Like, you can keep playing and playing and playing if you want as a beginner. So on my new account, we were able to play for 8 hours during the chatathon and not have diminishing returns because we had so much to do, so much to open still. Do I have all the weapons? Nah, that's probably the hardest thing to do in the game because there's so many pay weapons. How many of the free-to-play weapons do I have? Probably 90-something% of them. I might have 100%, I'm just guessing. Every time a weapon is presented to me, I get it. For the last, like, 4 years, so I should have every weapon. But you never know, because there's so many pay weapons, it's crazy. Like, that's the most pay thing in the game, is probably all weapons. I guess. Let's do this. It's just a fun team. I'm not trying to go super fast or anything. Bang, bang, bang! XP booster told me to do this, or else I wouldn't do it. Let's do this again. And this. And they're dead. Mark says, now that I have Stella, my resources have gone sky high. I feel you, man. There was that whole thing, that period of time where you had Epic Trials, Underspire, Dungeon. They were all gem sinks. The ones you can get done are the ones you should do first. Underspire's never going to get done, so that's the one you should do last. Alright, so now I gotta collect one more tribute. I got that done. I should probably check over here. If it says 1 day, I just do it. And then I would do Adventure Board next. I do this every day. I still don't have all the classes to 100 because I don't feel the need to sit there and get diminishing returns leveling a class in Explore 1 or something. Eventually, I only have Doomsayer and Dervish left. That's it. Or no, I have Nightweaver too, so 3. It's not... The only thing that's stopping is a little bit of kingdom power. It's not, like, giving me... If you look... I was looking at this last night. I'm blocked everywhere. I'm blocked everywhere by kingdom level 16 bullcrap. Which I'm not going to do. Because it's going to ask you to do something stupid after that. Just look. Here, I'll explain this, too. I have every kingdom on 15, because I think 16's a mistake. And you use Imperial Deeds, and then you can't do 20 on... I got Darkstone on 20, Zal'Kari on 20, Drifting Sands on 20. I got Pride Lands on 20, Sword's Edge on 20. And one more somewhere. It's up here somewhere. Whitehelm, 20. But if you look, let's look at Whitehelm. As far as power goes, at some point they ask you, I think it's 23, right? Or, hold on, is it? Where's the one that it asks you to, yeah. It's telling me, you know, upgrade Pan's Veil to 16. That's the only thing stopping me from getting to the next thing. If I did that right now, I'd get a 4.5% chance times my tribute chance. Which right now it's 4.25, so all I'm gaining is 0.25 tribute chance for this one kingdom by getting it on 16. 25 gives me 2,000 gold per day. 26, I get another 0.25 tribute reward. 27, I get another 0.25 tribute chance. 28, I get times 5 tribute reward instead of 4.25. Or, instead of 4.75. 29, I get times 5 instead of 4.75. Here's where it matters. Plus 4 kingdom skill bonus. So the only thing that matters in between 23 and 30 is 30. Like, none of this crap matters. Who cares? I don't care if I'm on 23 or 24. Don't matter to me. If I'm on 23 or 27, there's barely any difference. There's like a 0.25% difference, So I don't care. I'm not going to waste Imperial Deeds for a 0.25% difference. Because if you look at one that I have all the way at 30, which would be like Zolkari, it starts asking you to do crazy stuff in between that you're not going to be able to do. I need to find one that's on like 24, 25. This one's on 24. So just to get 2,000 gold per day, just to get that, it's telling me to upgrade 10 Pride Lands troops to Elite Silver. So I'd have to go to Pride Lands and waste orbs on crappy troops, which you don't want to do. Who are we going to pick? You know what I mean? That's just... I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to get to 30 where it actually matters. Because they're going to ask you to do something even crazier for 26, 27, 28, 29. They're going to ask you to do crazier stuff, like Elite Gold, 10 things. So that's my reasoning as to why I do this the way I do it. Because they're going to ask you for crazy stuff in between that you're not going to have resources for. So what's the point? There's no difference between going from 23 to 24 to 25 to 26 to 27 to 28 to 29. There's no reason. 23 is the same as 29. If you can't go to 30, it's the same, pretty much the same. You get a 0.25, who cares? Alright? There's another one. I have another one that's like a little bit further. I think Sword's Edge. I'd have to do that for nine of them. Elite Silver. And that's just to get the next one. They're going to ask you for crazier stuff after that. To get to 30, it takes a lot of stuff. And that's all that matters is 30. 24, who cares? 25, who cares? 26, who cares? If you can't get to 30, who cares? There's nothing here. I don't want to. What am I going to Elite Gold? What am I going to Elite Gold here that's going to feel like it was worth it? There's only like 1 or 2 things. And they're asking for like 10 of them. You could do lower rarity stuff, but that's going to be a huge waste of time doing Explorer 12 or something. Just for like 0.25. It's diminishing returns too. So you got to think like, it's just like the Horde level. Soft caps and diminishing returns. When you can grasp those, you'll feel so much better about this game when you can grasp those. Soft caps and diminishing returns. It's like in-game concepts. Once you figure them out, you'll feel much better about this game. Like, the Horde level thing is the same thing as Kingdom Power. I know I always go over this, but there's no reason to be on 112 or 113 or 114 or 150. There's no reason. You know, you want to go to 133 or nothing. You get 2 magic, and that's what matters most of the time. And you get a potion at the same time. It's at 30, I think. Bang, pops up at 30. Bang, 2 magic at 33. Anything under this, who cares? If you can't make it to 133, then just stay at 111. Because at 111, you get 2 magic, and you just got a potion. At like 100 or something, whatever. It's like, right there it pops, potion, and then 2 magic. Those are soft caps, just like in the Kingdom power. Kingdom level and power. Same thing. Soft caps. You know, if you can't go to 30, you might as well be on, or if you can't go to 20, you might as well be on 15. If you can't go to 30 power, you might as well be on like 23 or 20 or whatever. Like 20 is when you get your stat. So if you can't go to 30, you might as well be on 20. None of the crap in between matters. It helps. It helps when you have like all of them done and you have all of these everywhere done. Of course it helps. Every little bit helps, but the stuff that they're making you do to get that tiny little bit is way too much. Gold Elite 10 troops and yada yada yada. Have your class on 100 and Gold Elite 10 troops and have this many mythics and, you know, have everything traded and everything leveled to 20, and they ask for way too much for things that you barely get anything for. Until you can make it to 30. Once you can make it to 30 now, that's fine. But let's wait until we know we can do all those things, because those resources could be used elsewhere and got another one done. When if you just like do everything when you can do it, then you're gonna not have resources. We're gonna use orbs to get 24 here, and then we can't use orbs to get 24 there. And if we do both of these to 24, then we can't do it over here. And if we do these 3 to 24, then we can't do it over here. You know what I mean? Like, wait till one pops up that you know you're going to be able to get to 30 and then do it. And the reason I did, like, White Helm, which this isn't one. I mean, that's not one. The reason I did Zal'Kari is because, first of all, I got it to 20. And that's, like, the first step. Once you get something to 20, as far as kingdom level, if you do the right ones, too, like Zal'Kari, Karakoth, Darkstone. Once you do that, then you start thinking about getting to 30 on your power. And you're getting the right stat, too. You're getting magic. So I got magic here. I got all the magic I could get from Zal'Kari. Instead of, like, doing 24 in every kingdom and not getting Zal'Kari to 30 and 20. You know, the next one I should probably do is something like Darkstone, if I was going to do it. If it's possible. Some of them aren't even possible to get to 30. You have to make sure they're possible to get to 30, and then get their level to 20, and then you start thinking about it, and make sure it's a magic stat. So this one I might consider doing, as long as it's possible. So, if I was going to do any kingdom, like, look at these. Upgrade 15 Darkstone troops to elite level gold. That's freaking hard. Fully upgrade 14, I could do that right now, but I'm not, because I haven't done this yet, so there's no reason to do that. Even though I have enough ingots and orbs, I could do every single weapon in the game, so I could do this one if I wanted to, but it's just like, there's no reason until I can do this. This will give me nothing until I can do this. You see what I mean? So I don't do things until I know I can get it all the way done. Or it's the right choice, like Zal'Kari was the right choice. You know, you get Darkstone to 20, then you get Zal'Kari to 20, and then you get your next kingdom color, whatever one you have the most of, to 20, which for me it was Sword's Edge. So then, once you do one of each color to 20, like I did, then you come back around and you can do Zal'Kari to power 30, because it's a magic kingdom, and you already got it to 20. And then I'd probably go looking at, I think Darkstone would be the next smartest one to do, if I was going to do something to 30. But this takes resources, and this is the place to do it, not somewhere else. So everything we did up to this point on this kingdom was worth it. If you go to a different kingdom and do silver, elite gold, silver, elite level silver, you're wasting orbs that you could have used here and actually got magic and got it to 30. So that's what I'm doing Darkstone. I'm not doing anything with any other kingdom, any power levels, except for right now I'm working on Send a Mirage, you know. I'm stuck because the stupid... This is gonna happen. Like, I don't care. It's not even a magic stat, so who cares? But Doomsayer will get to 100, and then I can go further. I'm working on it. And then there's Dervish right here. Same thing. I will get that done. It will go up, but it's not even a magic stat, so I'm not that excited. But I'm doing it. And then Midnight's the other one, I think. And there's a couple other new kingdoms. It's not even achievable yet, so I'm as far as I can be there. Well, anyway, that's... hopefully... I know it's a hard concept to grasp. It's like shared resources and soft caps and diminishing returns. If you can grasp those concepts, then you'll be good. This is in-game type of stuff, too. You're not getting stuff to 30 and 20 as a mid-game player. You're more constant. You're trying to get everything to 15 and whatever. But always start with your magic kingdom. So Darkstones, Alkari, those are super important. Or Karakoth. Some people pick Karakoth instead of Darkstone. So this will be the next one I would get to level 20. But I still need a lot of purple books. But I have enough Imperial Deeds because I'm not just blowing them everywhere on 16. So when I'm ready, I'm going to be able to do this. I just need the purple books. This would be the next one I would get to level 20. And then I would think about doing this one to 30, power 30. It'd probably be the next one. So the way it went for me was Zalkiri was the first one I super maxed. Power 30, level 20. The next one I'm going to super max is Darkstone. Level 20, power 30. After that, it's probably going to end up being like Karakoth. I'm guessing. Or one of these other ones I have at 20. Like Sword's Edge, Pride Lance. Yada, yada, yada. But I'd rather have magic, so I'm probably just going to wait for Karakoth. Because if I start doing like Sword's Edge, it's going to ask me to do some crazy stuff. That I only have so many orbs. I only have so many medals. I'm not going to want to waste them here when I could save them for Karakoth and get a magic stat. So just, you know, hold on to those resources instead of just blowing them as soon as you can. What did you ask, RC? What's the fastest way to level a class? No, Explore 1 with... I think it was PvP back in the day, but I think I mostly just would do Explore 1. I just do it... My way is every day... I don't do them like... I don't force it. I don't do the diminishing returns thing of just sitting there and leveling a class. But if you were to do that, you would just go to like... You know, send a Mirage or something to Explore 1. Here, I got Doomsayer on. You would sit here and do this. Which really isn't worth your time and effort. It's better to just do it slowly over time. Just keep doing this as fast as you can. I think it used to be low-level PvP or something, but now it's probably this. You get only one, but you're going so fast. But for me, the way I do it, you know, it says complete a dungeon run, I'll go to the dungeon. Oops. So I got Doomsayer equipped on everything right now. So I'll do my dungeon with Doomsayer equipped. You already saw that. I'll do my adventure board with Doomsayer equipped. That's what we were doing right now, Doomsayer. So I do my dungeon, my adventure board. If the XP booster asks me to do explore mini bosses or something, I'll make sure to have Doomsayer on. If there's a pet rescue, I'll make sure to have Doomsayer on. Anytime I can, you know, cram that Doomsayer onto the team, I will, because that's the one I'm leveling. And I only need to level 3 classes, so it's not like it's super slow the way I do it, but you can definitely speed it up by doing Explore 1, or... It just feels like a big diminishing return waste of time, in my opinion. Alright, let's catch up in the chat here. Yoke says I was grinding for Dragon Knight, but now after dailies, I just grind PvP while getting my classes to 100. I have 16 to level to 100 with 22 to go. Mark says, now that I have Stella, my resources have gone sky high. I think I already read that. Professor says, and the Sentinels were put in as a kind of reward for those dead ends that people were frustrated. Yeah, nobody remembers that part. They're all complaining about not having them. They're not like thanking them for giving them something to do with the dead ends. Like, I hate the devs just as much as the next person, but let's not like say things that don't make sense or not give them props where they deserve props. They only do things that deserve props every once in a while, so make sure you give them props when they actually do something like that. Ruben asks, how do you become revered? You kind of just trade, what is it called? I became revered so long ago. Like high fives and good jobs and all that. You know, there's like chats that do it every day. You can give out so many a day, and then you trade with people, and it's kind of stupid, but I got it done. I think I had a little bit of privilege with that just because I'm Sinnycool, and I got revered quickly because people were giving me high fives all the time and stuff. But there's like chats dedicated to it, or you can do it within your guild. You can like trade with somebody, say every day you give me one, I'll give you one. Do I have all the weapons? No, there's too many pay weapons. Yeah, what Chad said about the global chat. People honor you. Alright, Tyrion! RC Duce. Mark says, do level 1 explore with Rowan and Hero. Yep. Tyrion says, use it daily in events where you can get most... Yeah, like Tyrion said too. He said, adventure board, underworld, explore teams, anytime you can, use the class you want to level. Most of it isn't fast, can take 1 to 4 weeks to grind XP to max class depending on how much you play. And that's how I do it. That's how Tyrion probably did it. I don't like the way of just sitting there grinding a class and doing nothing else. I think that's a little bit of a waste of time. Some classes, who cares if they're on 100? Like, who cares? I mean, you want to eventually, but just do it over time. What is getting priest class to 100 giving you? Like, I don't have Doomsayer on 100. What am I gonna get when I finally get it to 100? Like, think about the reward for the thing that you're sitting there doing for hours and hours. Is it worth it? You only want to get bang for your buck. Don't let them trick you into grinding for nothing. Me getting Doomsayer to 100 is like gonna be not change my account barely at all. I'm gonna be the same person I was before Doomsayer was on 100. I'm gonna have like 0.25%. I might have one extra whatever Cinemirage. Like I might get a stat, but it's gonna be a poopy stat. It ain't gonna help too much. Of course you want all your stats, but there's certain ones you get first that are more helpful than others. So I left the ones that aren't as helpful for last, and now I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush to get Doomsayer to 100 so I can go get that whatever it is. One attack, one... But you have to do other things too, so you might want to make sure you can get the other things done after you get the class to 100, because it's going to ask you to do other things. If you don't have all the mythics from the kingdom, then why get the class to 100? If you don't have enough troops from that kingdom, why get the class to 100? If you don't have enough orbs and medals to get a certain amount of them elite golded or elite silvered, why get the class to 100? It's a poopy class. You're not going to be able to do the next thing. That was dumb. I was entangled. It's like thinking ahead, too. The diminishing returns, soft caps, thinking ahead, shared resources. The sooner you can figure that stuff out, the better. And the more, it matters more the further you get in the game, too. Like, as a beginner, it doesn't matter as much. As a mid-game player, you just gotta start, like... entertaining the concept as a mid-game player and start to try to figure it out. Because you still got stuff, you know, you should get an Elementalist to 100, you should get Titan to 100. There's certain ones you should get to 100 because they're good. But then once you get down to the Doomsayers and the Dervishes and the Priests and the Knights, like, who cares if they're on 100? You want to do it eventually, but it's something to do over time. You, like, always feel... When I'm doing Adventure Board, I'm also leveling a class. When I'm doing Dungeon, I'm also leveling a class. When I'm doing a Pet Rescue, I'm also leveling a class. It makes those things feel better, too. Once you level all classes to 100, now you're, like, less reason to do Adventure Board. Now you're going to feel like, I could probably skip that when you shouldn't. It's like a whole concept of how to play the game. Like, I've been playing for way too long. Like, I know way too much about how to play this game. Like, one of these days, I don't know. How's it going to feel to not play this game one day? It's going to be crazy. Alright, I should probably do this. Alright, Ruben, have a good day. Professor says I honored what's-his-face one step closer to revered. As I understand, within guild counts for less than out of guild. Oh, really? I got revered so long ago, I kind of forget how to do the best way. Guess I'll start learning on my new account, huh? I haven't even talked about any of that on the new account, because... Yeah. Don't really care. It's just like an extra little reward each day. It's not anything too special. Power up. Take highest level, because why not? Tyrion says, or waste gems on class events. How us high-level players do it. Tyrion, I'm probably going to do that off video, off stream, so nobody thinks that's the right thing to do, but it's like now, it's like, why not? My last, like, 2 classes, when I have 20,000 gems, why not speed it up a little bit? But, you know, I did 95% of them the right way. That's just like the... Why do I have to go to school, Mommy? You ain't going to school. Well, Mommy already went to school, honey. I already did 95% of the classes correctly. How come you're not doing dungeons, Sinny? Why do I have to do it? Because I already did dungeon for 5 years straight. That's why. I already have all the mythics and all the legendaries. You can't just straight up copy what someone else is doing. Like, everybody's account is different. You can get concepts down, though. Vishal is here! Oh my goodness, good to see you, man! Ruben says, get those errands done. Vishal says, your new account's walkthrough made me download my phone account. It's fun to start a new account, especially when you know what you're doing. You can do everything the right way from the start. I could use Stellarix for this, but I decided not to. I should probably be leveling a class too, but... You want me to try a team for the tower? Tyrion says, I buy the class experience with gems and daily offers on alt. No time to... I've been buying Doomsayer, honestly. I think I showed it on stream one time. Like, do as I say, not as I do. I already bought the offer, right? I don't even think I need to, though, because I don't need the armor and I don't need the power orb. I could probably just do this for free, but I don't know, I haven't yet. But it's so cheap. It's only 50 gems for 3 more turns. And just to make sure I get stuff done. And I'm, you know, this thing's good. If you don't have Takshaka, make sure you buy this. But I'm still buying the pet first. I guess I'll do that just because, just in case. It's only 50 gems. No problem, Roxy. I was glad to see it go to somebody that actually comes to the streams and watches and stuff. Now you can go check out that members only video. All those people that got gifted. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a members only video out there. You know, Maka, Chop, Roxy, Tim. Y'all can go watch that now if you weren't a member at the time when it came out. I'm going to release it to the public after I release the next members only video, it looks like. Which will be July 15th. So every single person that, even non-members, will be able to watch it eventually. But I gotta put out the next one first. That's what we're doing with that. I thought that was an okay idea, too. Like, the Apple Juice streams and the members-only videos that eventually get released to the public might be a good idea. We'll have to see, though. We've only done one so far. I don't know that it, like... Yeah. It's just giving back to the members. Ain't nobody got time for that. Shao says, 2 cunning, 1 event troop, and there is a yellow mana common Rockshire Pride lands. What's his name? I know who you're talking about. Let me finish this up real quick. Oh, nice, Roxy. So you got re-upped right away. It's perfect. Good timing. We got 11:15. I could probably play another 15 minutes or so at least. Alright. I've always wanted to, like, get everything done for the day on these streams, and I just never do that. I'm more focused on helping everybody out. Like, I'd rather sit here and make 3 different teams for an event to help people than to sit here and get my adventure board, dungeon, Citadel Wars done, you know? I could never, like, force myself to just be selfish like that. Like, only get the stuff I need to get done today. I'm not going to show you a bounty, or I'm not going to show you 3 different invasion teams while I stream. I'm just going to get my stuff done. That's it. I'm not going to show I'm not going to show epic trials, even though I got them done already. Like, I show that. You know, I show multiple teams for the Underspire. I only need 1. I don't need 3. I always thought it would be neat to, like, get everything done during the stream so I wouldn't have to play later, but I just can't do it. It just feels a little bit too selfish. I'm trying to do it today, though. We already showed bounty. You really only need 1 team for bounty. It's not like rocket science with bounty event. You take off the bounty captain, you put on the new one, you use the same team you use every week. Whatever it is, even if it's 4 bounty troops, you're just taking off the bounty captain and putting on the new bounty captain. If you're using Tesla, you just take off the bounty captain and you put on the new bounty captain. There's really not much to show as far as, like, teams. I can't make 3 teams, high, mid, and low for bounty because it's too simple. Take off 1 troop, replace it with the new guy. That's it. Use the same thing you did last time. If Vishal wants me to show invasion, which I would do, I would probably do. I've been doing all my sigils every day. This is the team I'm using. Let me show that real quick. I'm just doing Shadow Whisker. I'm just doing all tower troops. Once you have 4 towers, like, it's probably the best way to go. Leading up to the 4 towers, there's smarter, faster ways to do it, but once you get here, it's like, why not just do all tower troops? You're going to one-shot with skulls. You're going to one-shot with spell. And nothing else in the game is going to, like, one-shot the entire all the towers. Or maybe even 2-shot. Especially with this restriction. Like, Ubistet can't do it. Indrajit can't do it. You know, Sekma might be an okay idea instead of Kartek, maybe, but even that takes some setup and the right conversions to happen on the board, and it's almost simpler just to cast spells. Let's do purple. So it goes to Kartek 2. No skulls. No extra turns, so let's do this. Everybody's up. We take skulls. They're dead. Now we just cast. We win. It's easy. If you don't have the wand, just use the weapon they gave you. Kartek's an old tower troop. Don't forget that she exists. If you don't have multiple Shadow Whiskers, just use 2 Karteks or something. So even if you don't have the wand and you don't have multiple Shadow Whiskers, you can still do this team, kinda. You do Shadow Whisker, weapon they give you for the event, Kartek, Kartek. But, Vishal said 2 Cunning, 1 Event Troop. So I'll leave the Event Troop. Yeah, Cunning's good. So you're doing no hero? Do you have all your, you have all your classes at 100? Because it's definitely a good place to get class experience. I think you're talking about Troubadour. Especially as a new player, you should be using your hero, so you can level... It's just so powerful. That's the only thing I would say. Like, instead of this guy, use the weapon they gave you. Like, you're telling me to use a team, of course I'm going to critique it. So let's try your team first, because banner's left up to me. I would do probably some sort of yellow, because that's our only mana generator. And then we have 2 purples. Maybe this? And class doesn't matter, because we don't have a hero. I'm sure this works, but I would want a beginner to use their hero. And the weapon's yellow-brown. It would work. You could just replace Troubadour with your hero with the weapon they gave you. And this team would work just fine. I like it, Vishal. So we'll take yellow. And then this guy does choose an ally, create 10 gems of one of their mana colors. So you can kind of look, okay, we got 13 yellow, 14 brown. Fortunately, no blue, red, or purple. Probably just have to choose blue or yellow. Or actually, you can't choose. You have to choose the troop. So let's take some red. We gotta kill the tower, the Raven Tower, get our sigils. We got Cunning. Too bad the towers aren't purple. And... I don't know, we're kind of back at square one. We have 0 mana. Yellow. Green. Yellow. Okay, we got a lot. We can do this again. The more you do it, the better. So I'll do that again. There we go. And some red. That'll give us some stats, too. Cunning giving stats out. And that's... probably go here. Wish they would have gave us skulls one time. Come on. Give me skulls. There we go. Yeah, if I was gonna give you a critique here, I would just say it would be much better if you would just do this. Gonna go to Pride Lands. And it's right here. Do that, right? And then you can do... I don't know what class. Thief is probably good. Some purple. And now you got a summon. Now you got a mana generator that's better. You got a buff on your Raksha allies. Everything that comes with your class. Hunter's Mark, Enchanted, etc. Heroes are just so powerful. It's hard to live without them as a beginner or mid-game player. The only people that should use a team without a hero are like Tacit the Terror. Tyrian Shark. Yeah, you could loop on yellow, but you're kind of just looping on yellow to get the yellow troop back up and to loop on yellow again. None of your other troops use yellow. See, like, look at our weapons already almost up. Watch this. Bang, our troops. Take skulls. Those actually use purple, so that'll be cool, but let's kill this. See how this battle went much faster? That's just from putting the weapon on instead of the troubadour. Just some advice, man. If you don't take it, no big deal. Get a kill there. Let's get our weapon up. It's up. Actually, I didn't even need to do that. It was enchanted. Let's kill one of these towers, because they have the skull reduction. You want to hit them with spells. We'll save this other tower for skulls. We got this. Bang. Cunning's up now. Hit the purple tower. Hit the purple tower. And now we just gotta get our something up. Come on. Or give me skulls, or... There we go. Yeah, Sekma's good too. I haven't used it yet, because I feel like once you get to 4 towers, like Sekma's probably good up until then. And this would be my little fix on your team if you want. I might keep using it too, it's fun. I like Guardians. Let's do the last fight. Yeah, I'm always looking for ways to use Sekma. I don't know why I didn't. She's a little bit underrated and overlooked. I should have used her for the event. Alright, so we don't take yellow or brown. That's stupid, right? We're enchanted. We're going to get up next turn anyway. So it's stupid to take yellow or brown. So we want to take, like, blue or red. Or purple. So now we're up anyway. We might as well cast this. Cast it on the tower that has skull reduction. Get that out of here. Boom, another kill. There's Cunning, but let's do this first. And we can kill it. Getting class experience, even though I don't need it, but maybe you need to level your Thief, or Archmagus, or Sunspear, or Corsair, or Titan, or Bard. You could do any of those for that team. And you know how I'm never on the top of my guild, but I'm doing my share. You know, I'm using I bought up in the shop. About up to 4, and I've used every single sigil so far, so I feel like that's my share. It's fine. So that was Invasion, so we did an XP booster pretty much. We got to collect 1 more tribute. Should be White Helm, of course. We did Adventure Board. We did Dungeon. We did the Holiday Event. And we did Invasion. So next up, you do Underspire. I'm on a boss. This team is starting to fall off. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I do Ubastet, but right, I'm still using it. Like, I definitely want to put on my Nishas. Once you get around the 4th boss, you might want to switch to Ubastet, maybe. Just like everything around Ubastet's not great. That's what sucks. You can do Ubastet Rope Dart, but then it's like, what else do you put on the team? It's kind of sucky. There's nothing too great. And that's only 2 of your kills. Up until then, I'm doing this still, but I'm about to switch, I think, soon. I guess. Underspire is so much slower than other events because you don't have your potions. It's like I want to get them both up before I cast the one. Take skulls for a little bit of extra damage. You're hitting me! Stop hitting me! Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Alright, here we go. Now let's go ahead and get this. For later. Up, of course they did. You suck. Oh well. I'll just cast this crap. Yeah, see what I mean? It's kind of falling off. Still does the job, it just takes a moment. Get him up again. Are they gonna take blue now? Of course. You suck. Oh, they're starting to kill me. It's funny. You're a funny guy. I can just summon, though. If I can ever get my mana. Here we go. No big deal. Of course he's gonna steal the purple. What a slog. Might be time to switch. Finally. It was a boss fight, I guess, but... Orb of Glory! We don't have to go, like... farm, explore. We don't have to go randomly get random stuff. It's right here for you to get. Can elite gold a mythic every week through the Underspire. Yeah, does anybody have a high level team for this? I'd probably try Ubistet. Let's see if we can make something different. Hey, what up, Josh? Or Joe? Sorry, Joe. What up, Joe? The bounty team, you just use your same bounty team you used last time. Just take off the bounty captain, put on the new bounty captain. I'll show you, though. Bounty is, like, not great for content creators because it's so easy if you know what you're doing. You don't need to see much. Got Ogress, Tesla, Corpse Mare, Yeti Cub. We have to use this. You know, we got bounty troops, and then we got our fast Tesla. So we bought up to tier 5 or tier 4. If you only did tier 3 or tier 2, you gotta do full bounty team, which I'd just put Tigraki on there instead of Tesla. If you don't have Tesla, use Queen Beatrix. If you don't have either one, use Red Macaco. No problem, man. Class don't matter there. You can do... You know, we don't have our hero on the bounty. Yay, I got my last tribute. Now we're done with this. We're getting all the things done, because after all those things, it's diminishing returns, right? Underspire. Let me try to make a high-level team. I just don't know what, because everything sucks. Like, after... After Ubistet Rope Dart, it's like... Everything else sucks. Can you do 2 Ubistets? Maybe do 2, but then you have no mana generation. Like, Ubistet and Rope Dart do not mana generate at all. They're just a kill. So we need mana generation, and there's just, like, nothing. Maybe Sekma? She's not really mana generation, she just, like... Eventually, maybe. And you, like, almost have to use this. So then you'd have to throw this above that. And this is totally blocked now. So you'd probably have to do something different, like that. I hate it. Could try it. We'll just see if it's slower than the other team. This is a hard week for Underspire. There's nothing great. There's no dragons. There's no really good troops. It's just like the mana generation falls. Like, unless you want to use a different troop to knock them into range for Ubistet, then you can use like an explodey weapon. That might be the answer. I don't know. What class are we going to use? We got yellow, blue. We got blue, red. We got brown, yellow. Got red, purple. Blue to skull, brown to yellow. Thought I heard something. Yeah, I think you have to almost, Mark. Okay, blue to skull, brown to yellow. Maybe weirdly you do Titan? You can make brown fall for Ubistet, you can make brown fall for Sekma. You got a 50% start. You would think Sunspear, but Sunspear doesn't have 50% start, and we already have mana issues. We got 2 blue, we got 3 red, we got 2 yellow. I would say red and blue, if we can. We're missing green. There we go. Sunken banner. I don't know, let's see what happens. Let's just see if it's faster than the Indrajit team that we just ran. Is there a troop that uses armor to boost damage in Pride Lands? I don't know. What would that be? We could pull something to the front, then hit them with skulls. We got double skull hit. And then it's messed up, because you can never count on Rope Dart to keep your board the same. They're dead, at least. Yellow. Well, Ubistet gets a double kill, so you kind of want to save your Rope Dart for that. And he's only going to do... What's that? 187? 187 damage, so that works right now. Here we go. Double kill. And he does it here, he's fine. Okay. Not bad right now. This might be the move. That was faster than Indrajit. Which way do we go, George? We got 141. Does anybody get that? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Which way do we go, George? Highest level? Let's knock something into range, which would be 188, sorry. Which is that enough? Can we just cast it? 196, let's see. I think we can. Oh, nice. Now we gotta get it back up. That's just me, though, with my stats. You might have to hit it with Rope Dart first. Oh, I missed an extra turn. Nice job. Alright, we just need Ubistet. What's this do? Blue to skull, brown to yellow. We got it. And we're so close. We can do this. I like it. I like it. I think I'm going to use this. Metals are okay. Let's keep going. Which way did we go, George? See, I like this team for Underspire. Okay, so... got blue and brown. Blue and brown, take them to Pound Town. Let's try this. We need Ubastet. 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 Where you at? Where you at? Nowhere. The more you do this, the better it gets, kinda. You would hope. Come on, Ubastet. He's pooping the bed right now. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Should we hit that? Probably. I don't know. What if we hit this? And then do that. 2 down. 2 to go. Not sure if I should have done that. Cool. That. Let's do that again. I don't feel like enough people do Underspire. I don't know. I feel like the people that should do Underspire don't do it, and the people that shouldn't do it, do it. You know what I mean? And we lost like 10 viewers when I started doing Underspire. Like, you probably should be doing it. I know, like, oh, who cares? I'm out of here. I mean, the people that should be doing Underspire aren't doing it, and the people that should be, you know what I mean? Like, it's the opposite. Blue to skull, brown to yellow. Most people should be at least doing their free torches. I don't know why they don't. And then the people that are doing it probably shouldn't be, because they should be getting their Stellarix and their Epic Trout Pets. And then they have no gems for that, because they're doing this. It's weird, huh? It's a weird conundrum where the wrong people are doing the wrong things with Underspire. Because I skipped a bunch of them just to get my Stellarix and my Epic Trout Pets. Now I'm done with that forever. It's just the way you gotta think. It goes along with the whole lesson for today. It's a way of thinking about the game. Thinking ahead. Can we do it? I think we can. No, he won. It's alright. Yeah, it's something you should do every week. It's like PvP goals. Get your PvP goals at least. Use your free torches at least. You don't have to invest in it if you don't want to. You can just do your free torches. But I don't think I'm going to, like, keep going here. We got the team now. I think this is going to work just fine. We made up a new team, a high-level team, to get to 7. That's quality content right there. Not super selfish. I will use it, but now other people can beat the Underspire too. They were struggling. And what's last? You know, of course, Bounty. I would continue, like, if I'm going to play more tonight, I'm going to do more Underspire, more Bounty. Everything else is done, though. Other than that, PvP, which is the last thing we'll do today. We can choose between Mystic or Undead. And usually I'll go to, like, a quick battle and just, like, see what kind of team I can make. And then I choose from there. I don't really care, like, what kind of points. My Dark Order's just winning no matter what I do. So I'm more interested in which team I can make better. Which, like, Grey King is really good for this kind of stuff, usually. The Ghost Queen, 50% stardom. Draculus is green, red, and blue. That's 2 different colors. Got Morthani, who is red. She's cool, but, you know, just for coloration, I might go with Draculus. So I can have 2 different colors instead of just 1. What else do we got? That's a lot of undead. I didn't know there's that much undead in the game. That's crazy. Hmm. So what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna go all in on the Grey King, or are we gonna use another undead? Anita with the gifted, good to see ya. Graveseer's green to purple. I've been kind of like down too, because like my other stuff I do, it's kind of been low. It's like summer slowdown, I think. It happens every year, and I'm so stupid. I forget. Like, why does everything suck right now? Oh yeah, it's summer. If we have to go all in on our weapon with the like wand or something, if it's possible. Is it? Should be, huh? Where's it at? There it is. So I'm gonna try this. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. So we got green, green, green. We got blue, blue, blue. We got brown, brown, brown. Gray King and Wand are most important out of all that. We need to make sure we either use brown, purple, or blue. And so it's probably brown. So I'd say Titan. I mean, Elementalist is always a good choice, but especially for this kind of stuff. I always like the fast start more than the... I don't know. We got brown. Brown. Brown, 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 brown. Brown, blue. I don't really want to minus purple. Brown, blue, minus yellow. That's cool. Alright, let's see how it goes, and then... Am I going to do this, or am I going to go do Mystic? Mystic's pretty easy, huh? Get like Queen Beatrix. It might be where everybody's at. And then these teams over here aren't as hard to beat, because everybody's over at Mystic. Alright, we gotta see, like, okay, we're gonna use the Grey King. So, they got red and red there. They got brown and brown. Purple, purple. I'd probably want to hit their hero if possible. They're using Trick and Treat, which is so annoying. So, there's a lot of green, a lot of blue, a lot of purple. I'm thinking purple here. Well, they're just dead anyway. Like, I forgot this is easy. Might have should have picked a harder fight. Bratwurst! I don't know, should we try this one? Let's look at it. Can always see, like, okay, what are they doing? Trickster Shot, Grey King, Morthani, Apophysis. Bone Golem, Skelerus, Cursebreaker, Wand. Weird. Got Wand, Shade of Zorn. I think I'll try this one. I'm gonna go for it, I think. And so I'm being a little impatient here. We're on stream and stuff. I might go, like, make a whole Mystic team, and I might try to get through this first fight without the talismans, because I only have 3 of them. And I gotta get to 5 to get 2 more. I might try to get through this fight without them. Come on, dummy. Go up to your medals. Let's just do that. Alright, here comes Citadel Wars. Let's see if I can win. It was this team, right? French fries, baby. By the way, Sana had a dentist appointment today. She let me know about it. So that's where Sana is, if anybody is wondering. She's everywhere all the time, like Chad. Alright, we need to get our weapon up for sure. Hope I didn't make a mistake here. Yellow and red. Then they get a big old purple, though. Yeah, I guess I'll do brown and blue. Alright, now we just hope. Please hit. Let's do this first. Nice. Good start. Alright, who do we want to... Like their hero, probably purple. They have a entire purple team. That works for us. So we'll just hit purple. Alright, first sit at the war battle down. Now I can throw on my talismans. Which in that case... Do I really need the Ghost Queen? She's 50% starting, and that's all she's really doing. If I'm going to use Swift Talismans. Wraith, Vanya, Bone Dragon. I think I'll fight this guy. I don't think I need my talismans. I'm just going to go. We just need to get multiple manas out of this. Alright, here we go. Purple. There's our wand. Let's take this. Okay, we got the Grey King. They got lots of purple again. Let's do that. So I'm getting easy fights. It's probably because I chose Undead instead of Mystic. So there's strategy involved as to which one you pick. Mystic might be easier because of the offensive troops, but Undead, the people that pick Undead, it might be easier because the defensive troops, you can win easier because the teams aren't as good that the other people made. Well, we'll see. I mean, the Grey King is here. That could cause us trouble. What is that? Alright, I'll fight you. I mean, Essence of Evil's good, but the rest of the team, like, what the heck is that? I guess he says, F around it. She says, F around and find out, sir. You'll find out what my team is. F around and find out, Sinnycool. Alright, we got a couple greens over there. We could do green, or we could just totally make that not happen, but I think I'm gonna do green. F around and find out, Sinny. One troop left. And yellow, red. Just red them. Doesn't really matter. Some kind of strategy in the Dark Alliance voting. We just pick the easiest. That's what I do. I pick the easiest stuff that would be fun to do. So if it says like Undead, Sword's Edge, or some other undesirable, I'll pick Undead. And if it has like Lycanthropy, Entangle, or Mana Potion, I'll pick Mana Potion. Like, pick the ones that'll be fun to do and beneficial. Fallen Vowdies, huh? Essence of Evil, Golmoth, Captain Grimm, and Fallen Vowdies. Okay. Do the hardest fight. F around and find out, bro. So we got blue there, we got blue there. We got blue and red, extra turn. Let's go. Game doesn't even tell you about it. It's like, nah, just take this blue, sir. Just take this blue. Don't do this. Don't get an extra turn. Don't take your tribute every hour and get gems. Don't do that. The pet on your shoulder does matter. They don't tell you nothing in this game, do they? Keep playing. Just keep going. Play 10 hours a day. There's no diminishing returns. What are you talking about? Brown. World event scoring? It's always very simple and easy, right? World event scoring. 58 life. Let's just hit him with the, let's hit him with the, brown again, I guess. Kill their almost entire team. They just have Essence of Evil now. That is a strong weapon, but I doubt they can beat me with just that. Especially when I do that. Bingo! I always thought that'd be like fun to do. Go play bingo. B-I-N-G-O. 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 And this one, you never use a Swift Talisman on, because who cares? You're gonna win. Guardian's the only thing that's gonna beat you here. It's never hard. Might take a minute, but... Alright, we need mana. We could take skulls there, we could take purple there, we could take yellow, maybe get skulls. Let's do that. Nope. Alright, but now we got this. We're up. Gray King. Okay, red, 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 red. We're doing red. Oh, let's just do this. And this. Let's grab this. Oh, let us do that. And we do red again. And he's almost dead. Just gotta poke him down. Takes forever because he's got so much resistance. But when he's the only guy on the whole team, he's gonna die. We can pick any color we want, pretty much. Kinda. Almost there. Jeez, he's so tanky. Alcohol isn't free, just the bingo. There's our Swift Talismans. We didn't have to waste any this time. And last fight. Essence of Evil is a Radar, Deathlock Dralic, and the Ghost Queen. Or... Wand of Stars, nope. Or... Wand of Stars, nope. So let's do the team that doesn't have the Wand of Stars. This isn't like the... Okay, so if you're trying to get on the leaderboard for Citadel Wars, for alliances and stuff, you're gonna have to spend money. So in my opinion, just win. Like, picking the hardest fight and getting a couple of extra Citadel points, you're not gonna make the leaderboard unless you spend money, so what's the difference? That's my opinion. I think it's the truth, though, so... The only way to even get anything out of winning a leaderboard for this is if you have to spend money. There's no way, Jose. And it's because other people are spending money. It's not even like you want to spend money, or like the other people are, so you have to. If you want to win, you have to. All right, we got 3 blues. One of them being the hero, so let's do blue. And we can maybe do that. Kill the hero. And we went undefeated. I'm still undefeated in Citadel Wars. And we can pick green, red, or purple. One with the most. Purple. The ghost with the most. Anybody have any suggestions of my apple juice for next weekend? I don't think I saw any in the chat. You got anybody out there drinking like some awesome drink that you can get at the gas station or something? Well, I just don't want beer or liquor. Like some little, like... Doesn't have to be of... I don't know. I'm just not in that world. I don't know the good stuff. Do you see how I got 78 right now? If I had fought the hardest fight every time, guess how many I would have? Probably like 84. And then look at the leaderboard, you know? Wherever it is. If you go to the bottom, 313. I have something like 150. I don't know. It's hard to find your score. Like, where's my score? I think you have to go to the place that you did. I don't think it's that one. I don't know. Where does it show you, like, your points, like your total points if you're not on the leaderboard? Does anybody know? Where's my total points for the week? It should show you, it should show it on the leaderboard. You should be able to see. Like right here, it should just have your name at the bottom, even if you're not on the leaderboard, so you can see how many points you have, but it doesn't. But even just to get to 313, you'd probably have to spend money. Because what would you do now? You would be like, okay, let's go to Mystic, let's go to this, and let's buy. What do we buy? Citadel bundle right here. 6 Citadel sigils and 6 random PvP talismans. It's $2. I mean, they make it pretty cheap, but that's the only way you're gonna make the leaderboard, and I don't recommend it. Because then you still have to win the leaderboard, you know? So it's not just $2, and it's not just $2 every day. I don't know how many times you can buy this. It says 3. So if you want to win, you'd have to do 3 every day. That's $6 every day for like 6 days. Something like that. Or 5 days. So 5 times 6, $30 a week. So you'd have to pay $30 to win this leaderboard. Pretty much. And then do the hardest fights every time. Like the best team. Otherwise, you're not going to win, and what do you get? Like, nothing. So, it's either you're all in or all out. You either spend $6 a day, or you spend $0 a day. There's no point of spending $2 a day. It's kind of flushing money down the toilet. End the week in one of the top 3 positions to earn a reward. So, this person right here. So here's the here's the dummy. Anyway, don't look at the names, but the dummy Olympics is right here. Like the people that finished just outside the top 3. So they spent a ton of money and then they didn't even win. You know what I mean? These people are at least getting something for their money. These people are not getting anything for their money. And they spent tons of money. I mean, I'm sure, like, you rank up a little bit quicker, maybe. Maybe you get a little bit more sooner, but it's just like, you can wait, too, instead of spending money. I don't know, maybe I'm not thinking about it all the way right, but... Okay, so I'm done with Citadel Wars. The next thing I would do is check my orange diamonds, and I would do these. And I'll probably just do those tonight. I'm probably done with the stream today, but... You know, I'd do my battles here, get my gold marks, which keep getting lower and lower, by the way. That means people are leaving other alliances and joining the Dark Order, because that used to be like 13, it used to be 15, it keeps going down, down, down. Now it's 10. So you can tell more and more people are joining the Dark Order, because now we only get 10 gold marks, and I remember when we used to get like 17 or 15. Last week it was like 13. This week it's 10. Eventually it's not going to be worth it. 10 is probably the bare minimum for me to do this. I'm getting 2 gold marks a fight. Am I going to do this when it's 5? I don't know. Maybe. If it gets under 5, though. If it's 4, screw it. I mean, you got to do some sort of PvP anyway, so I probably still would, I guess, but it's starting to get to the point where it's not even going to be worth it. When it's 1, what if we get 1? You got to do 5 fights, get 1. It just keeps going down, down, down. I don't know. When's the point that it's not worth it anymore? I guess since you gotta do PvP anyway, you know. But what if you're already at your PvP goals? Let's say it's let's say it's, I guess today. Let's say we were done already today. We were already on 6,500. We already had all of our goals done. And there's no reason now for us to do PvP. And let's say this was 3. Are we going to do it? I don't know. And you still have other stuff you could be doing. You could be doing vault keys. You could be doing underworld. You could be going further in the underspire, further in the bounty, further in the invasion. And we're going to sit here and do this for 3 gold marks, maybe? When we're already done with PvP goals? I don't know. I mean, it's something you could do after you're done with everything else, I guess. But I guess any gold marks are okay. But 3 gold marks, and then you go to the shop, and the only thing really worth buying with gold marks is 100 of them. So you get 3% towards your random book, which could, you need all the colored books, but some people get turned off by the fact that it's random. But everybody needs every color, so every time you click this button, it's worth it. When you click this button, it's not worth it every single time, because you could go get a duplicate dragon. Now you just wasted 35 gold marks. When you go get a duplicate dragon, you're wasting gold marks by getting Dragonite. When you click this button, you're never wasting gold marks no matter what, because everybody needs every single color book. There's nobody in the entire game that doesn't need any color book. Everybody needs every single color right now. You click this button, you're getting a scratcher from the gas station. And you're hoping to win. And you're usually throwing it in the garbage, because you lost. So you're opening an egg, getting the same dragon. That's why you get books instead of Dragonite. It's a sure thing, and you definitely need it, and you made the smart decision. You had patience, you waited till you had 100. Then you got a book you definitely need. I got 30, I gotta hurry up, I got 35, gotta get it, gotta get Dragonite. Just wait till you get 100, get a book, you need the book. You're always gonna need those books. That Dragonite could turn into your 5th Lunarian, or your 5th Amaldrin, or whatever it is. That's not a guarantee you're going to get anything off that Dragonite. You're just trying to speed something up because you're impatient. Why are you doing that anyway? Because you keep getting the same dragon. So you think something's going to change just because you buy the PvP Dragonite, and all of a sudden you're going to get a different dragon? No, you're getting the same dragon over and over. You're still going to get the same dragon over and over, whether you buy the Dragonite in the PvP or not. So you just wasted those gold marks buying that Dragonite. On a wish and a prayer. But anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here. We did 2.5 hours today. I thought it was going to be 1 hour, the way I was feeling. But you guys always bring up my spirits. I always have fun when I'm on stream. I can be in the worst mood when I get on here, and then as long as nobody takes anything the wrong way. I'm letting steam out of my collar. I'm venting. You know, nobody knows what you're doing, so nobody's singling anybody out and telling them they're stupid or wrong. I'm just like saying, you know, maybe do it this way going forward, is all I'm saying. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to hear good about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Let me see what y'all were saying. Wow, you won $1,000 last time you played bingo, Anita? Allie's here. Good to see ya. Yeah, that's good. 13,000 in prizes, Joe. You quit? That's good. You know what I mean? Like, go to the casino, you win, you know, walk out of there. Don't blow it. Like, I remember I was playing roulette and I won like $180, and I was like, all right, I'm out of here. Yeah? Well, I like just give it back to them. If you're up, get the heck out of there. Joe says, for a few drinks, I'm game to play and win money for free. Anita says, I've played here in Belgium since then, and they were no cash, but I did win a buffet server. Bingo with the missus. Anita, a.k.a. the bingo playing cook. Anita says, here, beer is never free either, but loads of different beers here in Belgium, but over 600 varieties to choose from. Yeah, aren't you guys known for your beer? Something like that? All right, Anita, have a good day. A hazy IPA, says Chad. Yeah, I want a girly drink, Mark. You know, like, that's the descriptor. Doesn't mean girls drink girly drinks. Anita's drinking a beer right now. Mark says leaderboard does not show if you're too low. It should, like, let you know where you stand. That'll give you, like, an informed decision whether you should spend money or not. Mike's Hard Lemonade, I could do that. I could try that. Probably go for the harder. The harder. Because I'm only going to get, like, one big one and then sip it. That's the strat for the stream. We've only done one apple juice stream. And I think it went good, so I'm going to try it again this month. If you don't know how it goes, I can explain it to you, but it's pretty much like a chatathon, just with, instead of, like, adding hours, I get more inebriated. Castile Rouge? Mark says, go show Mark some love in global rankings. I play 12 hours a day, and I like PvP, sad but true. Okay, global rankings. Let's do it. There he is, number 7, baby. At least you're up there, man. You're getting something for it. 40 gold marks, 200 silvers, 40 gems, 10,000 gold. Allie says, treat yourself to something you've never tried before from the refrigerated fruit drink section. Yeah, I was just looking for, like, recommendations, because there's so many choices. Vishao didn't know he was a member. You can go watch that video, dude. It's top 20 underrated troops. It's members only. Go check it out while you can. Mark says, Anita, you sound like you know your drinks. Want to adopt me? Joe joined the dark recently. I think that's smart. He's waiting on you. Well, don't make us make him wait. Later, Juan. Peace out, Chad. Later, Crow. No problem, Mrs. Insane Witch. Good to see you guys are still here. Hopefully somebody learned something today. All I'm trying to do is help. And I just, on the forum, I seen somebody complaining about playing 10,000 hours and not having Sentinels, and I thought, you know, you can't do that. There's a concentrated amount of progress every day, and after that, there's diminishing returns. Go check it out, like at the 30-minute mark or something. That's when I was talking about it. But yeah. Thanks for joining me today. The Professor, he says Magnus Cider or Strongbow. Mrs. Insane Witch, Vishal, Crow, Chad, with the 2, Juan, Anita, the Professor, Joe, Allie, Mark, Joe, Anita, Chad. We have Joe, Anita, Mark. We have Chad. We got Vishal, Allie, Anita gifted. It went to Vishal, which was perfect. He's been around a long time, so super value Vishal. You know what I mean? I gotta quit saying that. Tyrion Shark Roxy. Makes me sound dumb. Ruben was here today, aka Self-Sufficient 100. RC Douce. Yoke the Ham. Noonday Shadow. Bazooka the Bruce. Mark with the 2, thank you so much. We were the 3 stooges out there poking each other in the eyeballs. Kicking each other in the nuts. Should have been something else after Noonday Shadow did 5 gifted, though, but I never changed it. The 3 stooges were doing burnouts in a train. That's what's up. Worm Skull was here. Morgan Camo Cat was here today. We got Ruben. We got Mrs. Insane Witch. We got RC Douce. Noonday Shadow. And, you know, it never tells me who was first. On my screen it says Mrs. Insane Witch, Mark, and Pizza Time. Let's give the fan funding people another shout out because it helps a ton and keeps us going. Pretty much the only reason I'm still going, honestly. Worm Skull with the 5, Professor with the 5, Chad with the 2 with the 2. Then he gifted as well. Appreciate that. Noonday Shadow with the 5 freaking gifted, doing a burnout, putting down the pimp juice, walking people like a dog, or getting dog, you know, it's the other way around. Mark with the 2, Anita with the gifted. You guys rock, appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're legends. Oh, yeah. Back to the bottom, just in case. Anybody has anything else to say? Later, Mark. Catterfly summons. Professor? No problem, Miss Insane Witch. Later, Vishal. Peace out, Crow. We'll see you guys. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. 9:30 a.m. EST for spoilers. Have a good day. Appreciate y'all.